Rathi na mbere na gweterera thigũkũ ya Madaraka muthenya wa rũciũ kũrĩa kaunti-inĩ ya Embu. No kwa ndagĩka ĩno tũkĩambĩrĩria reke twambĩrĩrie na riboti ĩngĩ, na nĩ atĩ Minister wa Kĩgĩna Professor Njũgũna Ndung'u arĩ mbere ya kamĩtĩ ya mbunge ĩgiĩ kĩgĩna kũheana ũtheri wĩgiĩ mũbango wa thirikari harĩ ũgai wa kĩgĩna bajeti-inĩ ĩrĩa ĩtanyĩte gũthomwo tarĩki 15 mweri ũkĩte. Kamĩtĩ ĩno ĩrĩ na itanya rĩa gũtaũkĩrwo wega ũrĩa thirikari ĩkinyanĩirie mũigana wa kĩgĩna harĩ honge citiganĩte, rĩu mataro mayo magĩtanywo gũkorwo makĩhũthĩka harĩ kũrehe mogarũrũku o mothe mangĩbatarĩkana thĩinĩ wa bajeti ĩno. Tũthikĩrĩrie mĩario thĩinĩ wa gĩikaro gĩkĩ.
Fronting too many projects. You find some projects are at 30% completion, some 10% completion, some 40% completion, and you find a ministry has so many of those projects and allocating very little amounts to each of those projects. So when we look at how long it's going to take such a project to be completed, it will take as long as 10, 15 years. So the question is, where is the value for money? We're putting in too much money, spreading ourselves thinly across so many projects, yet we are not driving no benefit. So there's no value for money to the people of Kenya. And the committee was thinking strongly, why don't we collapse, put that money together into one basket, allocate it to one or two projects, complete them, then operationalize. Then there will be value for money. Then the next financial year, we do that to another. And another concern we had as a committee, once Parliament has approved the appropriations bill, we have gone through this entire journey. With you, you're having sleepless, nights, putting all your... What powers does the PS have to reallocate the money by a single letter without coming back to Parliament to seek approval? Because we had a case that has happened in water. What powers does the CS have? I mean the PS. And then I think finally, we were also concerned about issues of equity in the distribution of resources. And again, the chairman of the Blue Economy and Water had difficulty explaining to us the criteria used to distribute money for water projects and programs to various sagas across the country. So the committee feel that we need to see equity. That each, because even as we went around, I think I'll be touching on that when we're speaking about to the media on other issues, public participation. Even within our counties, there are certain areas that are still marginalized. What are we doing to ensure there is equity in the manner we distribute these resources? Thank you.
Members, you permit, because the two chairs are close to the chair, the two members are close to the chair. I give them more time. Now that you are not closer to the chair, you take retro time so that you have as many members saying something. Let's go to Honorable Samuel Atandi.
Chair, thank you very much. And I want to begin by thanking the Treasury team for finding time to come and...
Thank you. Nano tuthiĩte na mbere wega na Minister wa Ũrĩmi Mithika Linturi nĩ akinyĩtie thĩinĩ wa gĩcukĩro kĩa meri kĩa Mombatha kwamũkĩra tani 34,400 cia bataraitha ĩrĩa ĩheanĩtwo tarĩ ũteithio kuma bũrũri-inĩ wa Russia, rĩrĩ ikinya rĩa kũhingia kĩĩranĩro kĩayo gĩa gũtigĩrĩra arĩmi atĩ nĩ makinyĩrwo nĩ bataraitha ya raithi rĩrathiĩ na mbere. Tũthiĩ ĩmwe kwa ĩmwe thĩinĩ wa gĩikaro gĩkĩ na tũthikĩrĩrie mĩario yake tondũ nĩ hingo ararĩria na andĩki a mohoro.
Over 30% of the cost of production. So with the donation of 34,000 metric tons from Eurochem company from Russia, goes a long way in subsidizing or bringing down the cost of our fertilizer in the country and the cost of producing food, which we highly need. I am happy that the 4,000 metric tons that we have received today will be used as raw material to do blending so that we are able to produce greater quantities of now and different forms of fertilizer. That now that we want to do urea, because you know the short rains are also coming. It's fertilizer we use for top dressing, because our farmers right now, or we project very good harvest, going by what is happening or what we are seeing, and there is sufficient rain. So this fertilizer has come at the right time, and I'm sure it really adds value to our system. The fertilizer subsidy program that we have been running right now, you know, other than us now going to get that 4,000 alone, won't be able now to use this fertilizer to produce another over 60,000 metric tons, because this will be used as a raw material. So I want to sincerely thank and appreciate the support that has come from the good people of Russia. And let me also mention from here that in the fullness of time, because food security has been a serious problem in the country, I still want to plead with our farmers, the good people of Kenya, that have found it necessary to get back to the farms to produce food, that the government of William Samoei Ruto will not tire giving farmers the support that is required. That is why you find that we are getting support from those people that really care about our well-being. Let me also thank the World Food Program that has been coordinating this process, that is also paying for the bagging of this fertilizer for easier transportation to the plant that is going to blend the fertilizer. So my appreciations are also my thanks to World Food Program for their support, or the support they have given to this country. And I also don't forget that even when we called for support for food, when it was very necessary, the World Food Program came to our support. Now I'm more happier that rather than giving that food once, they are now supporting a system that allow us to produce more food so that we can be self-sufficient. Food and nutritional security is our greatest concern as government, and we will continue working day and night with our good farmers. We will continue giving the support that is required. I am now focusing on how to manage post-harvest losses, on how to manage storage of our grain, so that the good work that has gone and the good yield that we expect out of the application of the fertilizer subsidy program and the support that is coming from other partners who wish Kenya well, those efforts should never go to waste. And that is why I am assuring the country that we want to get to a level where we will be able to be food secure, and we will only be able to get there with the participation of the good people of Kenya and everyone, because if we were how to participate, we will be able to significantly bring down the budget, food budget in deficit in the country to manageable levels. So, Balozi and the people of Russia, on our behalf, please, we want to thank you, and we tell you asante sana for the support that you've given us, and we will make sure every kilo, every grain of the fertilizer that you've given us goes to addressing the cost of production, and this will go to our farmers so that they are able to produce more. And I am sure I want to get to a level where the country will be an exporter of food, will be a country that once called upon, because we are a nation among among nations will be able to also support the people that will be in need of food, just like we are getting support for others. I conclude by telling you I'm a Christian and I read the Bible. This is what you need to take home. The Bible says that the hand that gives is more blessed than the hand that receives. So take my blessings. Yeah?
Aya cio nĩ minista wa ũrĩmi gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ Mithika Linturi akĩamũkĩra bataraitha kuma bũrũri wa Russia ĩrĩ itemi-inĩ rĩa gũteithĩrĩria thirikari gũheana bataraitha ya raithi kũrĩ Kenya gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ na amĩamũkĩra kũrĩa mwena wa Mombatha. Tũgĩthiĩ na mbere, kamĩtĩ ya mbunge ĩgiĩ kĩgĩna kĩa mũingĩ kana ĩgiĩ kĩgĩna kĩa mũingĩ rĩu nĩtanyĩtwo gũtiriha mĩhang'o ya kũngania mawoni ma mũingĩ megiĩ mũtaratara wa watho wa kĩgĩna wa mwaka wa 2023. Ũmũthĩ mũingĩ kuma ituri citiganĩte nĩguo ũraheo mweke gũkorwo makĩheana mawoni mao megiĩ mũtaratara ũyũ wa watho na kũrĩa aingĩ mathiĩte na mbere gũtarĩria ũregani wao na nyingĩ cia icunjĩ iria ciendekithĩtio thĩinĩ wa mũtaratara ũyũ. Tũthikĩrĩrie kuma nyũmba-inĩ ya mĩcemanio ya KSCC kũrĩa mũcemanio ũyũ ũrathiĩ na mbere.
Our local producers. USA also imposes long-term 25% duty on steel to protect local industry. Egypt provides export rebates of 15%. India provides rebates of a very big margin on steel exports. US as well accuses Beijing of artificially supporting its domestic industry, flooding a global market with cheap, subsidized steel and hurting American companies. We are supporting the bill, but it's very much important that our points count. And before I sit down, I want to repeat this. Even before we finalize this engagement, I would request our honorable members to go down and exactly what this team and everybody is mentioning, you confirm. You would be able to, you'll be very much confident when you are proposing to the House. Yamwisho, Bwana Chairman, I'm sorry. I felt yesterday there is one of the person that we had sent to NHF. I'm just confirming what our good lady Mama Boka amesema. Can I tell you now, if you send somebody to NHIF, it has been a very faithful contributor. Unatuma mtoto wako akatibiwe. First thing, lazima uambiwe, okay, just wait for some time, the card to be approved. The problem is not the administrative issues or facts or ways to approve this card. No. Wanasema serikali yawapatia pesa. Not until serikali yawapatie pesa, they would be able to treat. Remember, from the same payslip of yours, NHIF had increased. And you contributed only to find that you cannot help yourself, your siblings, your children, and the like. I have a lot of things, Mr. Chairman, that I can share. If given some more time later, I'll be able to share. Thank you very much.
And then Mary Komu to get ready. Thank you, Mr. Chair, and to all my concerned citizens who are also here to hear their same views. My name is Gideon Muinde. I reside in Nairobi County, also in the sector of manufacturing. And when I stand here, yes, it's a pain to all the Kenyans what we are all facing. It's not only to one individual, but all of us, in fact. But what I would ask myself when I was seated at Simbu, what is causing all this rift in terms of hardships and what we are facing in this market? We have actually, in manufacturing, we have companies here, but when you look at it specifically, we realize most of them are even closing down. I will support my views of my friend who was here. Kenya, yes, we ever speak of industrialization and growing the economy through manufacturing sector. We have policies which we have also put in place, and we are saying like in 2030, we need to grow our GDP by 20. How are we going to achieve that if specifically we are not going to protect our companies which actually employ and specifically are meant for the Kenyans? As we speak now, when you look at the forex exchange, we are at a deficit of even more than US dollars a million as we talk. This is because when you look at the dollar shifts, this has fit the Kenya shilling. We are facing that due to the imports and the demand which we have pressured on the same. Some countries, yes, as we speak, they promote their manufacturing sector in different ways, either putting tariffs which will deter importations and influx of goods from other countries. But in Kenya, maybe that one we have not looked into it specifically. And what we ask this committee also, when you look at that, because when we grow manufacturing, we are growing employment, which actually we are seeing we are losing. And that is also where we are going to tax more, because we increase the tax base of the individuals who are in the pay slips and also who are able also to contribute to other areas like NHIF and NSSF. But if the companies die, definitely we will have no one also to tax. So what we are requesting, we need protection from manufacturers, because that is where we are all driving to get what we need to get income as a government. Countries like Egypt, you will still repeat the same. 15% is given to all manufacturers, even if they are local or foreign, for everything that they export. So definitely if that company sells out to Kenya at cost, or even less the cost, by even 5%, you are sure that at least you get 10% as the profit that comes from the government itself. So let's look at how we can protect our companies, how we can protect Kenyan economy, and how we can grow the industries. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gideon aya tume thiini wa giikaro kiu kia mawoni ma Akenya horo wigie mutaratara wa watho wa kigina kiama kia acabithia a mabuku guku bururi-ini ni marugoretie monanio ma thikũ ithatũ taũni-inĩ ya Eldoret rĩrĩa rĩrita rĩa mbere mũno makĩria kiama gĩkĩ kũharĩria monanio maya kaunti-inĩ ya Uasin Gishu. Kiama gĩkĩ kiugĩte atĩ gwa kahinda gaka marĩ mĩhang'o-inĩ ya gũcabithia mabuku milioni 14 ma ciana cia grade ya 7 gũgĩkinyĩria mweri wa kenda mwaka ũyũ. Tũthiĩ ĩmwe kwa ĩmwe tũthikĩrĩrie mĩario ĩno.
East African educational publishers. I must say that we as publishers under the Kenya Publishers Association, we are very excited to be here. And first and foremost, because of the support that we have received from both the national government and the county government. We have the CEC in charge of education here as the chief guest. We have the county director of education, national government here as one of the chief guests. And we also have director from the KICD here. That reinforces the fact that both the national and county governments take education very seriously. Secondly, I want to say that the essence of this regional book fair is to take books to the people. We do have an international book fair that happens in Nairobi every September, but we also recognized the need to be going to the counties. Last year, we were in Nakuru. In 2019, we were in Kericho, and we have gone to many other towns, cities, and counties. This time round, we said we want to target the Uasin Gishu County, and therefore decided to hold the regional book fair here in Eldoret. Already it is very exciting. You can see the crowds that are here, children, learners for that matter, parents, teachers, and the general public, all of them excited to see the various books that we have. Our desire is to promote lifelong learning, a reading culture. The culture of reading, not just for examinations, but to love reading for leisure, to love reading to broaden one's knowledge, to love reading so that one can broaden one's perspectives. We have a variety of books targeting the early childhood learner, the primary school children, secondary schools, colleges and universities, and even the general reader. For the general reader, there are biographies, which also serve as motivational books. So, in a word, our buffet has got something for everyone. And we encourage all the people in Uasin Gishu County and beyond to visit this book fair, sample the various books that we have, get highly discounted books, and certainly we are also going to make some donations to selected schools. Thank you very much.
Publishers prepared
To roll out of CBC, publishers are very well prepared. Today, we are distributing, or rather we are finishing the distribution of grade 7 textbooks all over the country. Secondary, for grade 8 books, we completed the preparations. They were taken through the vetting system of the KICD. They were approved, and we are just waiting for the trigger. That is the official contract from the KICD and the Ministry of Education, so that we can proceed to print them. What I can assure everyone is that these books will be in schools by December 2023.
The challenge of GSS, there was that concern, the challenge of GSS materials.
Yeah, what I can say is that every new system has got its fair share of teething problems. And that particular challenge was there in January and partly in February. It has already been surmounted because we were able to print and distribute the books. And today, the junior secondary school learners have got books in public schools to the ratio of 1:1. As for those who are in private schools, we had already started the selling of the books way back in December and January, so they are also well covered. So we can say that that has already been surmounted. Thank you.
The issue of concern about the book virus in the industry, maybe is it a concern to you as stakeholders?
Yes, book piracy is still a great concern to us as publishers. And now it has transitioned to the digital arena. We are finding some of our fast-selling books available in soft copy through PDFs that are circulated via platforms such as WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, and so on and so forth. But the good thing is that we are also working with the Kenya Copyright Board as well as the Anti-Counterfeit Agency and of course the DCI, and blow by blow we are getting the culprits, taking them through the court processes, and we are going to dismantle those cartels. Thank you.
It's true, the books were procured through KIC.
Aya ripoti yo kuma kore county-ini ya Uasin Gishu egie acabithia a mabuku ne gukorwo gitutwara thiini wa kahinda gaitu ga guikiria tabarira ya Ndurumeni Matuura-ini tugukorwo tugicokereria thutha wa ndagika citari kunene rugathie kuraihu.
Kameme TV. Cheza kama wewe na cheza sita. Wehotanira ginyagia maita 5,000 ma beti yaku teke teke. Yes, ni uhuthu. Hihinya *675# uthake na namba 6 cia munyaka kume 1 nginya 6. Ikira muigano wa beti yaku kuwehotanira ginyagia maita 5,000 hau hau. Cheza kama wewe na cheza sita. Wigire mweke muhari miekene ya gutuika muhotani. Hihinya *675# uthake o riu. Mundu utakinyetie miaka 18 ndagathake. Thaka na uigirereki. Itangatho riri ni rihitukie ni BCLB.
Murumo wa kigosho ni cama wa karingaringa ndarama ona ciegamba uka inyuothe tugoce Jehova thiini wa unene wake na uthamaki wake. Ni o muthenya wa gatano cianda thaa 4 cia utuku nginyagia thaa 7 cia utuku na kiumia cianda thaa 1 cia miaraho nginyagia thaa 9 cia hwaini. Kuitukira Jesu reke tuthie na mbere kunengera Jehova igongona ria kigosho. Guku gwa Kameme TV, muthegi wa ruriri.
no tuthiite na mbere wega na tabarĩra ya Ndurumeni Matuura-ini na nĩ ngatho nĩ ũndũ wa we ũratwĩrorera nginyagia we ũranyita itemi kũrĩa gwitũ gwa Facebook oro ũndũ na Twitter. Tũgĩthiĩ na mbere na mohoro maitũ nĩ atĩ arĩmi a mbakĩ gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ nĩ morĩtio kũhĩmbĩria ũrĩmi ũngĩ wa irio na iria citoyaga ihinda iraya gũkũra ithenya-inĩ rĩa gũthiĩ na mbere na gũkũria mũmera wa mbakĩ. Mboco mũthemba wa Nyota Beans nĩ ĩmwe ya mĩmera ĩrĩa yendekithĩtio kũhandwo rĩrĩ thĩ yothe ĩnyitanĩire harĩ kũhũrana na ũhũthĩri wa mbakĩ.
Ukiangalia nchi ya Kenya, utaona ya kwamba tuna shida kubwa upande wa chakula. Watu wanalilia chakula. Hakuna mtu ambaye analia hakuna tumbako. Kila mtu analilia chakula. Sasa tunasema badala ya kuwa na mmea ambao hauna manufaa kwa mtu, kwa maana hakuna hata mmoja wetu ambaye anaweza akala tumbako, ama hata mfugo ambao unaweza kutumia tumbako. Sasa ni vyema tupande vyakula katika mashamba yetu. Maeneo ambayo yanapanda tumbako ni kama vile Migori, vile tulivyosema, ikizalisha zaidi ya 75%. Halafu kuna maeneo mengine kama kaunti ya Bungoma, kaunti ya Busia, kaunti ya Tharaka Nithi, Meru na kaunti nyinginezo kwa uchache tu. Lakini sasa tunasema maeneo haya kwa sababu ndiyo maeneo pia ambayo yanakosa chakula, ila tunataja kama food insecurity katika maeneo hayo ni ya juu sana. Basi tunastahili kuwa na chakula katika sehemu hizo, na hatuwezi tukapata chakula hiki kutoka kwa tumbako. Kijiji ambacho watu wanapanda tumbako na wanaikausha, hata usiseme we huvuti. Unasema sisi katika kijiji chetu tunavuta sigara, tunavuta tumbako. Kwa maana hewa huchafuliwa na kila mtu huwa anaathirika. Hakuna mtoto atakudilia anataka tumbako, na unakaa hapo unanuka tumbako kwa sababu umenunua pesa kidogo zenye ulipata. Umenunua sigara umevuta, halafu naingia nyumbani huna chochote. Mtoto analia, huna chakula. Mtoto anakuambia baba nataka chakula si tumbako, na wewe umebeba tumbako kwa mfuko na huna chakula. Kwa sababu ukipata hela chache kwa sababu ya uraibu, utashughulikia kwanza tumbako kabla ya chakula. Na jamii yako inakwambia haihitaji tumbako, inahitaji chakula.
Yeah, the Finance Bill 2023, it takes away and gives silence to some key aspects on tobacco control. The first one, it's actually removing inflation adjustment under Section 10 of the Excise Duty Act of 2015. While that may be popular to say it's best for the country, yes, for the healthy product, but it's a dangerous trend to ill health product like tobacco. So inflation adjustment is a fiscal tool, is a policy instrument which actually checks on reduction of consumption of tobacco in the country. But also what is also missing in the finance bill in this increase of tax venture is actually the absence of increasing the excess duty taxes on tobacco products. That sounds an alarm to us in this sector, because we are seeing a ground where we are likely to see increased consumption. We are going to see a lot of initiation, because all the financial tools which are supposed to be applied to control tobacco are actually absent. That's very alarming for the country. In the last 5 years, there has been an increase by 19% in East Africa. Out of the 19%, East African region has increased by 85%. That's where the growing is dominated. Now, as I indicated, the absence of properly addressing the fiscal measures is actually encouraging the continued growing, despite the international community trying to encourage and seeing good steps being done in Kenya, in Migori, where we're having 2,000 farmers shifting away from tobacco control.
Cio nĩ atĩ ene marori ma gũkua mahiga ma gwaka mwena wa Kitengela gũkũ nĩ kaunti-inĩ ya Kajiado no marakaya nĩ ũndũ wa wĩra wao gũkorwo ũgĩcoka na thĩ. Onjoria aya maugĩte atĩ biacara ya wendia wa mahiga mwena ũyũ rĩu nĩ ĩkoretwo ĩtegwĩka wega, ĩgacũngĩrĩria ngari ciao rĩu kwaga mawĩra. Ndĩrenda tũnyitanĩre na mwandĩki witũ Christine Musa ũrĩa ũrĩ mwena ũyũ akĩaranĩria na matereba na ene marori maya. Musa, geithĩka mĩarahũko ya ũmũthĩ, tũmenyithie kĩrĩro kĩa ahũri biacara acio.
Thegio muno gecimoneda kwa mukira na njira njega biũ na mahiga maria turarĩrĩria nĩ mahiga maya urona thutha wakwa nĩ mahiga makoragwo makĩenjwo kilomita 20 kuma tauni ya Kitengela kũndũ gwĩtagwo Ngurunga hamwe na Sholinge. Na moja kwa moja niweze kuzungumza na wale ambao wanafanya biashara hii. Karibia kaka, anza kwa jina lako utuambie. Kwa sasa tumeona magari yameegeshwa kwa idadi kubwa sana na pia mawe yako hapa kwa wingi. Je, biashara iko katika hali gani biashara hii ya mawe? Anza kwa jina lako, angalia mbele, nitakushikia hii.
Kwa majina yetu Stanley Kufofa, naishi katika eneo la Kitengela. Hii biashara saizi imekuwa uchumi ya saizi kwa biashara upande ya biashara saizi kwa uchumi, yani uchumi ya saizi upande ya biashara imezorota kwa sababu ukijaribu kuangalia upande wa biashara, tukianza kwanza na upande ya mapi tunatoa hii mawe. Hii mawe upande yake mapi tunatoa upande ya Solinge. Barabara imekuwa mbovu. Alafu isitoshe sawa kwa barabara pale kuna ile kiwango ya pesa ambayo imeongezewa. Sio ile tulikuwa tunatoa awali. Juu awali tulikuwa nalipa watu wale wa kuload. Pamoja na barabara yote ilikuwa 1650. Tulikuwa na hadi yote 1650. Pamoja na watu wale wana load gari. Sisi papa silikuwa sisi upande wetu sisi tunabeba futi 450. Tukishabeba futi 450, so watu wa kuload wana load na 1000, then ile 650 ni ya barabara ili hapo awali. Lakini kwa saizi imeruka hadi kiwango ya 2000 ambaye sasa imebidi sasa sisi wafanya biashara imebidi sasa tuongezee kwa upande wetu, imebidi sasa tuongezee pesa ambaye tungeweza kuuza naye mzigo ambaye tuko nayo.
Na wale wateja wanafika na wakifika hapa, ile bei ambayo mnawapa kutokana na ongezeko la nyinyi kulipishwa barabara kando tu na bei ya mafuta kupanda, wako tayari kulipa?
Hawako tayari kulipa kwa sababu kama upande wa saizi ile biashara ambayo tuko nayo within Kitengela town waka tuna charge na 20,000 hiyo foot 450, lakini kwa saizi unapata mtu anakuja na kuambia 19,500. Sasa unashindwa hii 19,500 utaigawanya namna gani ili iweze kurudishia ile faida ambayo ulikuwa unapata ile katika ile kazi ambayo tunafanya, ile biashara ambayo tunaifanya.
Pengine kwa takwimu ukiweza kutuambia ile faida ulikuwa ukipata hapo awali kabla ya bei ya mafuta kupanda na kabla ya biashara kudorora na ile faida ambayo unapata kwa sasa.
Kuna different kubwa sana. Kuna ile different kubwa kwa sababu awali tulikuwa ukishauza mawe. Kwa hii mawe papasili hapo awali ukishauza ulikuwa unabaki na karibu 3,000 ama 4,000. Yaani ukishatoa kila kitu hadi ulipe watu wafanye kazi kila kitu ulikuwa unabaki na 3,000 ama 4,000. Lakini kwa saizi unabaki na 2,000 ama 2,500 ambayo imekuwa changamoto upande wetu sana.
Asante wena kaudoge gweta. Karibia kaka, kuja pengine utueleze kwa sasa. Wewe unafanya kazi ya mikono na tunaona kwamba biashara pengine iko chini ukizingatia kwamba magari yameegeshwa. Siku yako kibiashara inakaa vipi?
Siku yangu kibiashara imesorota.
Anza kwa jina lako.
Jina langu ni Clinton Weta, na kibiashara kulingana na mimi kama mtu wa kazi ya mikono kutoka asubuhi, acha nianze na leo juu hata sina amani juu kutoka asubuhi nimekaa hapa, magari iko na mawe lakini hakuna wanunuzi hawako, customers wamepotea juu gari mafuta tumeweka lakini mawe iko hapo, hatufaidiki na inafaa ifike jioni turudi manyumbani na huku tulikuja kutafuta.
Kiuchumi, iwapo hali itaendelea hivi, unaona kama nyinyi ambao mnategemea biashara hii mtakosa mlo wenu wa kila siku?
Tutakosa, hali ikiendelea namna hii tutakosa mlo wetu wa kila siku na bado nyumba hazitajengwa kwa kutumia mawe. Itabidi tukose hata mahali pa kulala juu hii mawe ndio inaanza foundation na ndio inajenga nyumba na ndio inachangia basic needs kama housing, food, vitu kama hizo.
Na kulingana na wewe, ni uchumi umezorota ama ni bei ya mafuta iko juu ama unaona changamoto kabisa ya biashara inatokana na nini?
Changamoto ya biashara imetokea na uharibifu wa uchumi. Juu uchumi ukiwa sawa, hapa tunakuja kutafuta. Utapata pale soko pia. Ukipata hapa 500 soko utapata unga imepanda, unapata 500 ni unga 2 tu. Na hiyo ndio umepata, bado hujaweka hata mboga, unapata unasumbuka sana.
So unahofia, pengine uko na hofu yoyote iwapo hali itaendelea kuwa namna hii?
Hofu lazima itakuwa, maana yake itabidi tumerudi kwetu na itabidi tu turudi kwetu, hakuna kitu kingine ambayo tutafanya. Yeah.
Asante sana. Sijui kaka una jambo la kutaja wena kaodonge gweta no rutego pia ututarerie hihi biashara ihana atia.
Jitagwo Jogu.
Marito mere tafadhali.
Jitagwo Peter Jogu. Guku ni turahinyiririo muno ni kurihio kugwa farafara. Kota rutani ndi ndereba kuingira tu na gucoka urakora ni urahinyiririka kiri uranio ni mwene ngari urageria kugayania cikarema. Warora fara na yo ngari irathi na mathaa maingi kuingira na gucoka. Riu no hoye thirikari ituteithiririo ngone fara irwe no horo ucio wa mbeca kuongererwo na to uchumrio uria iguru ri urakora mbeca iria ndereba ariho citirateithia cukuru ni weyo iguru. Riu magerie gutorwa na miena yothe matige guikara tu ofisi nigetha tugeteithanie to Kenya atire handu hega.
Thank you muno. Mau no makayama andu aria marutaga biashara ya wendia wa mahiga maria makorago makiuma icagi-inĩ cia Sholinge hamwe na Guruga magikaya tu makiuga biashara yao nĩ hotomete na njĩra nene muno. Na kuma Kitengela kaunti ya Kajiado, Jokie Mwaro gwaku Geshimo.
Thank you Musa kuma kule kaunti-inĩ ya Kajiado. Kuma hau tuthie kuria Laikipia na nĩ ati Laikipia kuria ikundi ngũrani na iria cikoretwo cinyitanĩte gukinyanĩria mwathanĩre mwega orondo mwe na gutheremia ũrĩmi orondo mwe na kuhũrana na ciĩko cia ũgimarithia wa airĩtu kaunti-inĩ ya Laikipia rĩu nĩ ciũnganĩte gũtabarĩra ũrĩa cigũkinyĩra mũingĩ ona makĩria. Ikundi ici kuma wadi-inĩ 5 ciratanya gũkinyĩra mũingĩ na nĩguo gũthikĩrĩria mathĩna marĩa mamagũmĩire na ningĩ ũrĩa mangĩetha kĩhonia kĩa mathĩna marĩa mamagũmĩire. Tũthiĩ mwe kwa mwe gwĩ Paul Mwaniki kana wa Mtoto. Mwaniki, angĩkorwo nĩ ũranjigua tũmenyithie ũhoro wĩgiĩ mũrutĩre wa wĩra wa ikundi ici.
Thank you muno Geshimu, ndirakwamukira na njira igwete na otoguo auga umuthi turi mugunda-ini uyu uri mwena wa Jua Kali na ni mugunda wa umwe uria ukoretwo ukionania maundu ma mirimire ngurani na otoguo watariria ni ikundi cia atumia iria ciukite hamwe rungu wa gikundi kiwikaine ta Roots Kenya kiria gikoragwo gikiruta wira thiini wa kaunti 17 thiini wa bururi uyu wa Kenya na kaunti ya Laikipia ni imwe ya mwanya kana ni imwe ya iria ikoragwo mibango-ini ya gikundi giki kia Roots kuona ati kaunti ino iri na andu mihiriga ngurani ni kuri na arithi ni kuri na arimi na ukatukorwo ukiona ati maundu maria arithi mekaga tio arimi mekaga na aria arimi mareka tio arithi mekaga na otoguo watariria maundu ma ihiko cia kiahinya na ugimaria wa airitu ni maundu makoragwo magikika muno makiria mwena wa arithi na woka kuri agikuyu makukora maundu mau matirekwo no wakinya kuri agikuyu nao ni mararima no mwena wa arithi matirarima magaikorwo makinyitanira hamwe ikundi icio ngurani gukorwo makionania maundu ngurani niguo o mundu agakorwo akioya undu uria mwega kuma kwi ruriri ruria rungi na tuko tukinyitanira na mutumia umwe thiini wa gikaro giki atutaririe ritwa riake tutaririe ritwa riaku no tutaririe hihi ni maundu mariku mukoretwo mugithoma na mugakorwo mugithomithia nginya andu aria akuma kabira ici ingi kana arithi thiini wa kindu giki murehetwo hamwe ni Roots Kenya. Twambie na ritwa
hamaritwa makwa njitagwo Lahabu Habui wa muthuri ogwetwo Zakaria Kibwe nie ndi umwe wa gikundi kia Muthaiga Group. Ni tukenete muno ni kureherwo gikundi giki kia Roots Kenya ni gituteithĩtie uhoro wa urimi ta riu goko gwitu ni gukoragwo kwina thina muno wa mbura na riu ni turathomithirio uria tungihota kunyita mbura yo nini igatuteithia. Ni tuthomithĩtio uhoro wa kwenja marima tugekira miti tugekira mahuti na nigetha irio icio ikeigira mai na nigetha tukahota kuona gya kuria ona gya guthomithia ciana citu ona gya gututeithia muturire-ini.
Ai mugikuruhana na yangi kana tuge na families kana ndurire ici ingi cia arithi ni muhota gukorwo mugicenjania maugi ngurani o makamahe manyu na inyuĩ mukamahe mao.
Goko gwitu reke njuge turi kabira nyingi ni tukoragwo tutukanite na Mathai Turukana ona Borana ni tukenaga muno ni tondu goko gwitu ogutire o kabira ni tukoragwo tunyitanite ni tondu ni marithagia tukanyitanira ona ithuĩ tukamenya kurithia ona kwa ihinda riri ni tunyitanite nginya gikundi giki ni turarima nginya nao koguo onao ni mamenyete urimi wina faida na ithuĩ tukamenya urithi wina faida.
Asante sana. Tukorwo tukinyitanira na ongi haha. Karibu mama, tuelezee jina lako na utuelezee labda wewe ni kutoka familia ama jamii ya wafugaji. Ni mambo gani ambayo mmeweza kuibuka nayo kwa katika hizi vikundi wakati mnakuja pamoja makabila tofauti? Tuanze kwa jina lako na umetoka kikundi gani?
Kwa majina naitwa Maria Rana. Mimi nimetoka kikundi naitwa Naisula. Women Group. Sisi kama mnavyojua, sisi wa Maasai ni wafugaji, lakini tunashukuru Mungu kwa sababu ya Cruise Kenya na hawa Kikuyu, kwa maana wametusaidia kwa mawazo. Tumejua ya kwamba tunaweza fanya na mkono yote mbili. Kama sasa mwaka huu mbuzi imeisha, ng'ombe imeisha, lakini tunashukuru Mungu kwa sababu Cruise Kenya imeingia na kutuonyesha ya kwamba tunaweza fanya kazi nyingine ambayo sio mbuzi na ng'ombe. Sasa tumejua ya kwamba tunaweza lima, tunaweza panda mahindi, tunaweza panda hata mboga na itakusaidia. Sasa tunashukuru Mungu tumebadilika mawazo. Kama mimi nimelima mboga kwangu nyumbani, nimepanda maharagwe, nimepanda mahindi, lakini nashukuru Mungu kwa mzee mmoja ambaye anaitwa Wanjoi Kikuyu. Hata sasa nimeacha nyumbani, anakuja ananiambia sio hivi, weka hivi. Nashukuru Mungu kwa sababu tunapendana. Sasa nimejua ya kwamba sisi tunafikirianga ng'ombe na mbuzi ndio chakula. Lakini nashukuru Mungu kwa sababu hiyo imetubadilisha akili. Tunaweza jua ya kwamba tunaweza lima, tukikosa mbuzi kama saa hii ama ng'ombe, tunaweza lima na tukule tu tushibe kama vile tunakuanga na mbuzi. So nashukuru Mungu ametusaidia, ametufungua mawazo. Mimi nilikuwa nafikiria kumbe umaskini inakuanga kwa akili ya mtu. Kwa sababu unaweza fikiria tu kushika ng'ombe, kushika mbuzi. Hiyo ikiisha, kwa sababu imeisha, unakaa maskini. Tumejua ya kwamba hii mshanga haiondoki. Mungu ametusaidia, tuko na maji. Kama sisi huko mahali tumetoka inaitwa Mutiridhia. Mungu ametusaidia, tuko na maji, watu washashe, tuko na maji nyumbani. Lakini kwa sababu tumefikiria ya kwamba mbuzi tu ndio chakula na ng'ombe, hiyo maji tunapea mbuzi, tunapea ng'ombe, inakaa bila kufanya kazi. Lakini saa hii kwa Cruise Kenya tumesoma, tunajua hii maji tunaweza fanyia kazi na itusaidie. Asante sana.
Asante. Tukao tukialia na mtumia wa mwisho, tuelezee labda karibia. Tumeona kwamba hizi ni jamii ambazo mumeshikana. Wewe labda umetoka jamii ya Waturkana. Ni jambo gani ambalo mumesoma licha ya kuwa mko pamoja? Tumeona kuna maneno yamekuwa yakienezwa, mambo ya ukabila. Nyinyi mumeungana vipi mkaweza kushikana pamoja kufanya hii kazi yote pamoja kama wamama? Na masomo yenu ni gani kwa jamii wengine? Tuanze kwa jina.
Asante sana. Na majina langu naitwa Jacinta Yapar na kikundi changu walau Cruise Kenya. Sisi na hata sisi tulikuwa ni wafugaji. Tulikuwa tunategemea sana kitu naitwa mifugo. Tukiona kwamba mababu zetu walitoka banda za Reserve banda ya Lodwa. Sasa hakuna wakati walikuwa wanajua mchanga ina dhamani. Hawakuwa wanajua mchanga inasaidia chakula, mtu alime, ause na kule. Sasa tulikuwa tunategemea mfugo. Wakati sisi tulikuja banda la Kipya, tukaweza kushirikiana na jamii yetu wa Kikuyu, wa Meru, wa nini. Sasa walikuwa wanatuoneshanga ya kwamba tukiona Kikuyu analima tukasema huyu anasumbua mchanga. Sasa hata sisi wakati tuliingiana na wamama na tukajua ukulima kweli ni kitu bora, na wakatufunza kusema hii mifugo yenu mko nayo adui anaanza kuja akachukua ukabaki bila. Lakini mchanga haiwezi kuenda mahali. Utalima, utakula na utafaidika naye. Na sasa wakati Cruise Kenya ilikuja, imetujenga, imetupatia nguvu, imetuelimisha, na tunashukuru sana kwa Cruise Kenya. Kwa maana ametuonesha maendeleo ya mchanga. Ndio sasa walituleta katika hii shamba. Tunaweza kujua hata ukiwa hata na maji kidogo unaanza kulima, unaanza kukula, unaanza kupatia pia hata hiyo mifugo yako ambayo imeoshwa na adui nusu ama nyingine imeenda na imekufa na jua. Sasa tumefurahi sana kwa maana manyumbani unaweka kashamba kidogo. Unajua hapa Laikipia jua ikiwaka inakuja hata miaka 5, miaka 6 kama mwaka hiyo iliyopita tulikuwa na jua kali sana. Sasa ikakuwa kali sana na sisi karibu hata tukose maji ya kunywa. Sasa tumeshukuru Cruise Kenya kwa maana ametupanua akili. Asante sana.
Geshimu otoguo waiguana otoguo ureonera uyu ni mugunda umwe wa area ikoretwo ikihuthirwo ni Cruise Kenya o hamwe na ikundi ngurani thiini wa gicigo giki kia Laikipia gukorwo magithomithia arimi aya na riria marathoma otoguo matariria ni ati bakoragwo makinyitanira nduriri ngurani na makorwo magithomithania mawega ma haha na haha. Kahinda-ini gaka ni mucemanio urathie na mbere wa uria megukorwo makibanga mibango yao uria uratongorio ni Executive Director wa Cruise Kenya niwe Madam Frida o hamwe na ataramu angi kuma mabũrũri ma Ethiopia na Tanzania makĩria nĩguo gũkorwo makĩnyitithania gĩcigo gĩkĩ gĩothe na kũrehe ũrũmwe, kũrehe mĩathanĩre mĩega, kũrehe ũrĩmi o hamwe na gũtiga tamaduni iria hĩtũke nĩ mahinda. Kuma gũkũ thĩinĩ wa mũgũnda ũyũ ũrĩ thĩinĩ wa Juakali, gũkũ nĩ wodi-inĩ ya Segera, kaunti-inĩ ya Laikipia, kaunti namba 31. Rĩtwa rĩakwa nĩ Paul Mwaniki, gĩgũcokia kũrĩ we studio.
Aya kuma Laikipia tuthie nginya kaunti-inĩ ya Naikuru na kuria atongoria kĩama kĩa Jubilee kuma kaunti ya Naikuru nĩ mokĩrĩire mĩario ya mũnini wa president Rigathi wa Gachagua ya kuga atĩ kũrĩ na igeria rĩa kũriũkia gĩkundi gĩkĩ rĩrĩa mũkana kĩa mũngĩkĩ. Atongoria aya ningĩ nĩ mararakĩtwo nĩ Gachagua nĩ ũndũ wa gũkuruhania ũrĩa warĩ president wa kana Uhuru Kenyatta harĩ kũriũkia gĩkundi gĩkĩ kĩa mũngĩkĩ. Mwandĩki witũ wa Njeri wa Kariũki kuma kaunti ya Naikuru nĩ aranyitanĩra na atongoria aya na hatarĩ kũrĩa marĩgu wa Njeri gaithĩka no tũmenyithie nĩkĩ kĩrararaka athuri na atongoria acio.
Nĩndagĩgaithĩka mũndũ ũgwĩtwo Kuria wa Gĩcimo noguo wagĩkorwo kiuga na atongoria a kĩama kĩa Jubilee kuma kaunti-inĩ ya Naikuru, na atongoria aya makĩnyitanĩte hamwe gũkorwo magĩũkĩrĩra kana magĩũkĩrĩra mĩario ya atongoria angĩ matiganĩte thĩinĩ wa bũrũri ũyũ witũ wa Kenya. Maragĩthiĩ na mbere na gũkorwo makiuga atĩ kwĩna rĩciria rĩa kũrirũkia gĩkundi gĩkĩ rĩrĩa mũkana kĩa mũngĩkĩ. Gũcokia thutha hanini mũndũ ũgwĩtwo Gĩcimo, mũthenya wa Jumatatũ mũndũ ũgwĩtwo ũrĩa wakĩrĩ mũtongoria wa kĩama gĩkĩ Maina Njenga nĩ agĩkorirwo agĩkinyio igoti-inĩ rĩmwe thĩinĩ wa mũciĩ mũnene ũyũ wa Naikuru, na ũkĩririkane ũmwe wa arĩa marĩ mawakiri make arĩ Martha Karua na ũrĩa nĩ mũtongoria wa mwahũ ũyũ wa Azimio, na agĩkorwo akiuga ũndũ ũyũ ti atĩ nĩ ũndũ wa gũkorwo atĩ Maina nĩ aragĩkorwo akĩenda gũkorwo akĩanjia kĩama gĩkĩ kana gĩkundi gĩkĩ kĩa mũngĩkĩ, ĩndĩ kĩratuĩka atĩ nĩ ũndũ wa ũteti kana nĩ siasa irakorwo ikĩingĩrio thĩinĩ wa maũndũ maya, na maũndũ macio nĩmo makĩrarakĩte atongoria a kĩama gĩkĩ kĩa Jubilee kuma kaunti-inĩ ya Naikuru. Hihi tegũte kahinda reke ndĩmahe kahinda kana kanya magĩkorwo makĩerethera mwĩroreri wa Kameme TV nĩkĩ gĩtũmĩte makorwo makĩrarakwo nĩ ndeto ĩno makĩria. Hihi ũkwanjia na rĩtwa rĩaku no gĩkorwo gĩtwĩra hihi mũthenya wa ũmũthĩ mũcemanio wanyu wĩgĩmainie na ũhoro wa gĩkundi gĩkĩ gĩtuĩka nĩ kĩa mũngĩkĩ nĩ ũrĩkũ?
Thank you Kameme. Gĩtagwo Mbuthia wa Gĩcuru na nĩ niĩ mũtongoria wa kĩama kĩa Jubilee Nakuru County ta chairman. Ũmũthĩ tũgũcemanĩtie ta executive ya kĩama tukireview maũndũ marĩa twaririe kũrĩa NDC Nairobi na kũrĩa twerekeire bũrũri witũ na kĩama gitũ, na twarĩkia gũcemania nĩ NDC nĩ yekire wega tondũ nĩ yathambirie kĩama, nĩ tweheririe arĩa matũthĩnagia kĩama-inĩ, na twarĩkia kũmeheria atongoria erũ a kĩama nĩ twatwarire marĩtwa kwĩ registrar etagwo Ndĩritũ na akĩambĩrĩria kũrehe ndeto cia kũregana na ũhoro ũcio. Ithuĩ tũrauga kĩama nĩ twarĩkirie wĩra witũ na nĩ tũrasapoti Baba Raila Amolo Odinga kwĩra thirikari ya Kenya Kwanza ĩtige kũinterfere na democracy ya ciama. Koguo tũrauga ithuĩ nĩ tũĩ kĩama gitũ rĩu kĩna atongoria twagĩrĩire, mũtongoria witũ Uhuru Muigai wa Kenyatta, Kĩoni na timu ĩrĩa yothe yacagũrirwo thĩinĩ wa NDC. Na ono tũcoka tukona o ũrĩa marathi gũtũthĩnia andũ arĩa me thĩinĩ wa Azimio, nĩ tuonete manyitĩte mũtongoria ũmwe ũrarũgamĩte na gũkũ Laikipia Maina Njenga na akarehwo igoti-inĩ Naikuru, na anake mathiĩ kũrĩa DCI Kiambu Road na moka gũkũ magetwo marĩtwo atĩ nĩ mũngĩkĩ. Tũrenda kuga ũhoro ũcio wa kũ-profile rũrĩrĩ rwagema gũtuĩta mũngĩkĩ nĩ twarega. Koguo ithuĩ nĩ tũĩ ũrĩa thirikari interfere na andũ nĩgetha magerie kũrũa na ũteti, no nĩ ngwenda ũhoro ũcio wa mũngĩkĩ twehererio tondũ ikundi iria ciratũthĩnia Naikuru nĩ tũĩ nĩ andũ metagwo confirm. Gũcoka gũtũrehera atĩ anake a Gĩkũyũ atĩ maretwo mũngĩkĩ nĩ mabe marũe na confirm na acio angĩ marathĩnia bũrũri. Nĩ ngwenda Mheshimiwa Njenga nake arie o raini-inĩ ĩyo tondũ ana kanyuĩra. Thank you.
Thengio Kuria, reke tũthiĩ kũrĩ Mheshimiwa ũrĩa wakĩrĩ mũmbunge wa gĩcigo mbunge kĩa Molo, nake agĩkorwo akĩandandũra ndeto ĩno ya mũngĩkĩ na njĩra nyandandũku, na hihi nĩ agĩkorwo agĩtwĩra na njĩra nguhĩ tondũ mathaa maitũ magĩkirie gũthira.
Akĩrĩ ndakena chairman nĩ wega ona nĩ ũndũ wa gũtwĩta mũcemanio mũthĩ ta executive yaku nĩgetha twarĩrĩrie ũhoro wa kĩama gitũ kĩa Jubilee. Kĩrĩa ngwenda kwĩra andũ a Kenya othe na supporters a kĩama kĩa Jubilee nĩ atĩ maũndũ maya mothe mũraigua ma mũngĩkĩ nĩ maũndũ mena maheni maingĩ mũno, na nĩ mũbango ũbangĩtwo inyuĩ andũ a Mount Kenya, inyuĩ mwĩitagema, nĩ mũbango ũbangĩtwo nĩ andũ amwe thĩinĩ wa thirikari mamũhũrithanie na ndũrĩrĩ ici ingĩ. Tondũ wa rĩrĩ, Maina Njenga ona angĩkĩnyitwo nĩ ũndũ wa mehia namo rĩ, ndarĩ mũrata ũngĩthi kũmuona igoti-inĩ kana muone thibitarĩ mũrwaru. Ndarĩ mũrata ũngĩthi kũmũrora rĩrĩa ena mathĩna mateithanie nake. Kaĩ kwĩ mũndũ thĩna ũtarĩ andũ ao, kaimire mĩtĩ igũrũ akĩarũrũka thĩ, atĩ anake mangĩthi kũmuona megwĩtwo Mũngĩkĩ. Tũrenda kuga atĩ ũhoro wa Mũngĩkĩ niĩ hakwa na andũ aya aingĩ tũrona ũthondeketwo nĩgetha kĩama kĩa Jubilee kĩũragwo gĩkĩragwo nĩ Mũngĩkĩ. O toguo mũĩ twĩna andũ marathĩnia andũ kũndũ kũingĩ mũno. Mwathikĩria kũndũ guothe no mbara. Gũkũ gwitũ Naikuru nĩ mwaigua gwe confirm kwĩ Mauki kĩa group iretwo Mauki irathĩnia andũ ũtukũ na mũthenya na ndũkaigua andũ acio makĩgwetwo. No Mũngĩkĩ wathiĩ kuona mũndũ wao ena thĩna na ti Mũngĩkĩ nĩ arata ake. Acio ti Mũngĩkĩ nĩ arata ake a Njenga Maina. O ta ũrĩa Njenga wa Mũngai angĩnyitwo mũthĩ mũke inyuothe tondũ nĩ mũranjiguĩra tha agatuĩka nĩ Mũngĩkĩ. Kiugo Mũngĩkĩ andũ a magathĩ tũrenda kũmwĩra ũũ, na rũrĩrĩ mũmenye ũguo ndĩramwĩra nĩguo kũrĩ. Ciana icio iretwo Mũngĩkĩ nĩ cianyu. Nĩwonie mwaka ciathikitirwo atĩ nĩ Mũngĩkĩ moragirwo kinya mwana atũmwo nĩ nyina nduka-inĩ na koragwo. Ngĩrĩkia ngwenda kuga atĩrĩrĩ, ithuĩ twĩ tayari ta Jubilee, mũtwĩte Mũngĩkĩ kana mũtwĩte marĩa mũgũtwĩta, no tũĩ nĩ rũrĩrĩ mũrenda kũnina. Mũrũhurunje gĩciaca 2027 mwĩke maũndũ marĩa mothe mũgwĩka. Ithuĩ na ithuĩ twamwĩra ta Jubilee we are firm. Thutha tũrũmĩrĩire Uhuru Muigai wa Kenyatta na nĩ twawoni members ya parliament. Tomwe ndĩraiguire wana haha Nyandarũa akĩmũgweta akiuga nĩwe mũtongoria wa Mũngĩkĩ. Ndikũmũgweta rĩtwa tangi aingĩ. Mũmenyerere Uhuru ararĩkire wĩra wake na nĩ mwe gĩtĩo thĩ yothe. Tũmũhe gĩtĩo na mũtige kũmũtindĩka arĩ maũndũ manyu ma ndoro. Rutai wĩra ta ũrĩa ararutire. Tũgatĩĩa wĩra wanyu ta ũrĩa tũtĩĩte wĩra wake.
Na ndagĩka sekondi
tu. Ndĩrenda kuga atĩrĩrĩ, thirikari ya Kenya Kwanza kĩrĩa ĩreka nĩ kũruta meciria maitũ thĩinĩ wa mathĩna marĩa me thĩinĩ wa Kenya ĩno. Kwĩna kĩndũ kĩretwo finance bill. Finance bill ĩno nĩ ĩraigua nĩ ĩrenda kuongerera bei ya maguta, nĩ ĩrenda kũrehe igoti rĩa nyũmba, atĩ twakĩre andũ nyũmba, na maũndũ mangĩ maingĩ nginya iria rĩa ciana nĩ rĩrongererwo, na nginya igoti rĩa biacara. Rĩu rĩ, tondũ rĩu Kenya nĩ mambĩrĩrie kũmenya na ikundi kĩambĩrĩrie kũmenya ũrĩa kĩranyamario rĩ, tũgwĩka atĩa? Ketũthiĩ tũnyite Maina wa Njenga, nĩguo twambĩrĩrie kuuga nĩ Mũngĩkĩ ĩramuma thutha, tondũ Maina wa Njenga mathire gwake makiuga nĩ maruta mũcinga. Tũĩ atĩ kana nĩ kwarĩ na mũcinga kũu kana gũtiarĩ na mũcinga. Batiga gũtũrehera diversional tactics, ithuĩ nĩ tũĩ na ũrĩa athuri aya mauga haha mbere. O Mũgĩkũyũ mwanake ti Mũngĩkĩ. Tũtigwĩtĩkĩra gwĩtagwo Mũngĩkĩ atĩ tũrĩtũmĩra ta Gĩkũyũ. Kwĩna hĩndĩ haha mũndũ ũgwĩtwo Matiang'i arambĩrĩria gũtindĩkwo nĩ thirikari ĩno, tũrona anake agĩthiĩ makiumĩra matirĩtwo Chinkororo. Koguo nani ngĩnyitwo mũthĩ arata yakwa manyume thutha matigetwo Mũngĩkĩ. Koguo tũrera thirikari ĩno twĩ macho mũno nĩ tũĩ nĩ diversional tactics ya kũgeria gũtũruta thĩinĩ wa maũndũ marĩa me mbere itũ, maũndũ maritũ magoti maya mũratwongerera, na nĩ twaregana na ũhoro ũcio. Thank you.
Aya kuria agĩcimora akiuga ũguo nĩguo atongoria a kĩama gĩkĩ magĩkorwo magĩkindĩrĩra makiuga anake a Gĩkũyũ matige gwĩtwo Mũngĩkĩ. Ngũcokeria mwaro rĩakwa nĩ Wanjeri wa Kariũki kuma kaunti-inĩ ya Naikuru.
Thengio Wanjeri kuma kũrĩa kaunti-inĩ ya Naikuru, mũrori wa Kameme TV. Hau nĩho tũgũkorwo tũgĩtirĩhĩra tabarĩra itũ ya Ndurumeni Matuura-ini mũthenya wa ũmũthĩ. No ĩkĩhanda wega mũnyuge thutha wa ndagĩka cigana ũna nĩ ngũcokereria nĩ ũndũ wa ikereka rĩa mohoro maitũ ma thaa 7 mohoro gĩtaũ ndũgathiĩ kũraihu.